Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of one-variable equations. This is standard 8.8C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 44 off the 2016 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have the measures of two angles, and we've got 5x plus 24 degrees, 9x minus 17 degrees. So what is the value of these angles if they are congruent? All right, so that's a little bit of a trick, I guess, just because we have to know what that word congruent means. Congruent means equal, same size, same shape. So we're just looking at this, right? We're just looking at angle 1, 5x plus 24. We can kind of drop the degrees. We don't really need that. And then angle 2, 9x minus 17. Those two are equal, angle 1 and angle 2. So that's all they're asking. But it'd be too easy if they gave it to you just like that. So you have to do a little bit of work, use that word congruent to set it up like this. All right, so we need to solve for x. And so how do we solve for x? Because it's on both sides of the equal sign. Well, first, what we need to do, we need to get x on just one side of the equal sign. And so if you have to make a choice, you can either subtract 9x from both sides to get it on the left. You can subtract 5x from both sides to get it on the right. I would always go with whatever's going to end up with a positive x. Because if you end up with a negative x, you're going to have to end up multiplying by -1 to make it positive at the end. It's annoying. So let's do this. Let's subtract 5x from both sides. Remember, our equal sign kind of acts like a balance. So whatever we do on one side of the equation, it's fine as long as we do it on the other side of the equation. Those two cancel each other out, which becomes 0, which means we can drop it. 9x minus 5x is 4x. All right, so I've got 24 equals, I'm just going to drop that 0, 4x minus 17. Now I've got the x on the right side. I'm going to move this 17 over to the left. It is a minus 17, which means I'm going to do the inverse operation. I'm going to add 17. So those two are going to cancel each other out. That's just a 0. We don't need it. So I need to keep a balanced equation. 17 over on this side is going to be added. That's 41. All right, so what do we have here? We've got 4x equals 41. We're going to just drop that 0. X is almost isolated, but it's 4 times x, so inverse operation is divide both sides by 4. That cancels itself out because it becomes 1. So x equals 41 over 4. All right, that's kind of helpful. But as you can see, we don't have any improper fractions. They're all decimals. So let's just divide up. 4 goes into 41. That's once. 0. All right, that makes sense. 10 with a remainder of 1, but we don't do remainders really. So let's get our decimals working here. All right, so 4 goes into 10 2 times. It's 8. Another 0, and we'll be done. 4 goes into 20 5 times. All right, it's a little bit of long division, or we could use our calculators if we want to. So we've got our 10.25, and if we wanted, right, we could kind of plug this back in. 5 times 10.25 plus 24. That's supposed to equal, right? This right here, 9 times 10.25 minus 17. So these two are equal here. And if you wanted to plug those in your calculator to double check, you could, but you would find that those are both going to equal the same thing. So our answer here is going to be J, 10.25, or 10 and 25 hundredths.